Doesn't matter whether I love you or you love me. What matters is he needs you, and the cause needs you both.
Oh, darling. You're so noble, so masculine. But what will happen to you?
Never mind that now, sweetheart. Here, take these baseball cards. The complete National League All-Star set for 1958. Now get going before I change my mind.
Not so fast. I'll take those cards.
No, Herr Major. You'll take this. You mean the Nazi Major was really a vampire all along? Yeah, well, I must confess I'm a little confused.
Well, hang on a second. I'm not finished yet. The end. Okay, now I'm finished. As a professional novelist, Mr. Burton, what do you think?
Well, Max, I think your story has a ring of truth to it. The eternal war between man and vampire. Not unlike my latest book, as a matter of fact.
Well, that's great, because I've got the meeting that you set up for me with your publishers in, 12 minutes. I gotta cycle. Bye.
It's going to be my greatest triumph, Gustav. And I owe it all to you. The basic idea, anyway. Your lectures all those years ago really stayed with me. Later, I began to dig for evidence, and now I have Vampires Among Us. I name names of vampires, some of them famous, including a certain European billionaire.
You know, I love Lance dearly. But I think he's lived with his book a little too long. Vampires Among Us in the 20th century. What's your opinion, Gustav?
Oh, I haven't thought of vampires in years and years, not since I was teaching. I'd be cautious, though, with allegations about wealthy and powerful people.
Allegations? You know as well as I do that Alexander Lucard and Dracula are one and the same being.
Successful! I'm home!
And I'm right here fighting yet another remorseless, blood-sucking monster, the government. It's tax time. Now, what's all the commotion about?
I'm gonna be published, Uncle Gustav, the world's first 10-year-old novelist. I'll be on the cover of Time. People! Even TV Guide.
How about guitar player? Let me get this straight, Max.
Guitar player would be great.
They actually liked your novel?
Yeah, Mr. Burton's publisher read 3 pages and then said, "Son, this has remarkable market potential."
Wow. Then what happened?
And then I came home. I can still live here, can't I? Even when I'm rich and famous and on Arsenio?
Of course you can, Max.
Great. It won't be permanent or anything. Just till I get myself settled in my own place. I better get going on an investment plan. See ya.
Now that you're gonna be bathing in the bucks, you're gonna need some financial advice from someone older and wiser, more mature.
Uncle Gustav hasn't even paid his taxes yet.
Not that mature. See, I got it all figured out. All you gotta do is buy a record company, sign a new teen idol. Oh, it'll have to be a big deal, of course. Multi-year, multi-million thing. Just make it someone new, someone dynamic, talented. Someone like Smokin' Chris Townsend?
I'll call you if that's the way I decide to go.
It's your decision.
Mission accomplished, Gustav. Vampires Among Us will be out in a matter of weeks.
Congratulations. I'm sure the reading public will be overjoyed, but I'm not so sure about Alexander Lucard.
Well, he'll have to look after himself.
Aren't you forgetting something about Max?
Oh, Max. Here's the bad news, Gustav. It seems Max took my manuscript to the publisher by mistake, and I took his.
Oh, dear. So he's not a rising young star after all. Well, I guess I'll have to tell him. I'm not looking forward to that.
Gave me quite a start, I can tell you. I thought I'd lost the manuscript. It's irreplaceable.
He means that quite literally. It's his special quirk.
No computers or Xerox machines for this boyo. There's only one typewritten draft of Vampires Among Us, and this is it.
Well, if you gentlemen don't mind, I've got a literary form of my own to explore. The postcard.
It's happened, Gustav. I've done it.
Done what?
I've accepted Lucard's invitation. I'm meeting him tonight. He's heard about my book already.
That's madness. He'll kill you.
Quite the reverse. All my life, I've dreamt of actually doing something good, Gustav. Of pushing back the darkness, even if it's only inches. I have this monster at my mercy, and he's going to crawl.
The novelist is in. Busy? Naturally, I'm studying a spreadsheet of my projected income for the next fiscal year.
You know, Max, it's occurred to me that the world's youngest novelist might want to do something to help struggling artists everywhere. Just think, the Maximilian Townsend Foundation. You could give grants to emerging talents in all the arts. Literature, painting, music.
Sophie, this wouldn't have anything to do with the fact that you need a new viola.
Viola. And Max, how can I nurture my talent without an instrument?
You're the one that dropped it off your bicycle.
You're the one who ran over it.
I couldn't help it. It was in my way. Besides, the stupid thing shredded my tire.
Max, a true philanthropist wouldn't let a punctured tire get in the way of his giving spirit.
I'll put you on my wish list.
I am too smart not to take you seriously, Mr. Burton. I have read your novels, which are notable for their complexity, if not their art. I know that you are neither a hustler nor a fool, and so I offer you a deal.
I decline it in advance.
You will give me the manuscript of your novel. In return, I will let you live to a ripe old age.
And if I refuse?
I will destroy you, painfully, completely.
You possess a lovely turn of phrase, Lucard. Or may I call you Dracula?
All my friends do. If you're not here to deal, Mr. Burton, what do you want?
I wanted to be here at the climax of your story. And it is just as satisfying as I dreamed it would be. Ciao. I'm a man of action as well as words, Lucard. No need to kill you in private when my book will kill you in public. You won't meet your end in some squalid tomb staked through the heart, Lucard. This will be more lingering. Death by publicity.
This is the man you married instead of me. The memories are more intoxicating than the wine, don't you think? The memory of New York, I mean.
The past is past, Alexander.
My feelings are not past. You have a presence I cannot overcome or forget.
Do you really think about New York that much?
We were happy there. I was more, dare I say it, human.
Certainly you were obsessed by human dreams, by empire building.
In which you were everything. Until you left.
How could I have stayed knowing what you were?
I would never have hurt you, Margot.
You are a vampire, Alexander.
But the most sophisticated of the breed, my dear. I'm not the blind victim of my nature. My nature serves me. I exceed it when I must, and for you, I must.
Please, we agreed.
We did. But as I said, I must. But what do you see in him? What could you possibly see?
Things he's never done, but still might do. You don't need me to achieve your dreams. You're a finished product. He does need me. You're going to kill him, aren't you?
He is a danger to me. His novel is a stake pointed at my heart.
What if I could remove that stake? What if I could give you his manuscript?
Margot, do not promise what you cannot give.
He's superstitious. He only writes one copy. If I gave it to you, you'd let him live?
No, it's not enough. I want you as well. To have you this close and not possess you is intolerable. Stay with me. I would do anything for you. Even let him live.
I can't.
You must, if you want him to live. Bring me the manuscript and then stay with me. It's the only way.
I want your word, Alexander. From the bottom of your soul.
You have it from my soul. And now, I will ask you to show me something of your own soul.
Well, how are you today, young man?
Great. You should take a look at all these bikes. I don't know which one to choose.
Very impressive. I'm sure you'll make the right choice someday. Today, though, you'll be busy growing up a little. The hard way, I'm afraid.
I don't understand.
Forgive me, I can't think of a painless way to tell you this. This belongs to you.
They say there was a mistake. They don't want to publish my book after all.
Life doesn't always give us what we want when we want it, Max.
Everyone's gonna laugh at me behind my back. Except for Chris. He'll laugh right in my face.
No one will laugh, Max. Everyone's been disappointed in their lives sometime. But Rome wasn't built in a day. It took years for Stephen King to learn how to write 2 novels a week. Maybe someday you'll be a great writer like Lance Burton. But you'll have to be stick-to-itive.
Stick what?
Be determined. Have chutzpah.
You mean don't be a quitter?
Exactly.
Well, hey, I'm no quitter.
That's the spirit.
I just need a few professional pointers. And I know from who. My fellow novelist, Lance Burton.
And that's all there is to writing a novel. Except maybe 10 years of practice. Well, Max, time to say goodbye.
So long and good luck.
Sorry I'm late, darling. Where are your bags?
I'm not going, Lance.
Not going? What are you talking about?
Please, Lance, don't ask any questions.
Don't ask any questions, and you won't hear any lies.
Lucard.
Alexander, you promised me I could say goodbye to him.
Let her go, Lucard. You have nothing to gain.
Oh? Don't I?
You're not fooling anyone, Lucard. You have no vampire powers in the daytime.
I don't need vampire powers to simply snap her neck.
No!
I will tell you a little secret, Mr. Burton. I tried to get at you through your wife. I failed utterly. She would have nothing to do with me. It was extraordinary. No one ever refuses me. For very long, at least.
I've always thought she was remarkable.
Yes. Perhaps more than you know. She offered me your manuscript in return for your life. As my old friend, the Duke of Wellington, once said, publish and be damned. He was a vampire as well, you know.
Lance, I need a moment with him, please.
Of course.
You were right, my dear. He needs you.
And you?
I never thought I needed anyone to complete me.
Maybe you're wrong.
I would rather not know. No. Go with him before I change my mind. Get on the plane.
Lucard! Let it go, Lucard!
Max, go.
Have no fear, Mr. Burton. Max Towns, the fearless vampire hunter, is on the scene.
And we're glad to see him, but we have no need of him. Mr. Lucard was just saying goodbye.
He was?
He was. Now hurry, you two, or you will miss your flight. Well, Maximilian, could this be the beginning of a beautiful friendship?
You gotta be kidding.
Many are the ways of love. Surprising are their ends. Perhaps the gulf is just too wide, Edward. Perhaps I really am alone here, on this further side of life. It would still be a small price to pay for the splendor of it all. You may not know this, Edward, but gasoline is a chemical compound with unusual properties. If you don't mix it just right, the aircraft may soar into the sky, but it will not stay in the sky for very long. An hour since takeoff. That would be about it. Terrible accident. A very great shame. To my darling Margot. To the mystery of love.